Greetings, practice and sorors. So I'll be presenting on self-discipline, the initiate's key to fulfillment. What is the purpose of initiation? The path of initiation brings about the awakening of self to the consciousness of our divine nature. With this awakening, the self comes to realize the cosmic beauty and all its glories and fulfillment. The path of initiation is the only path to awaken the self. So, through self-discipline, we can persist on the path of initiation to awaken the self. Self-discipline is the positive application of free will. It is the means by which we train the self to realize its perfect divine nature. Since we have free will to think and act as we choose, with self-discipline, we can choose our thoughts and actions that are in accordance with our divine nature. With self-discipline, we can develop and perfect our mental faculties and moral character by using our free will constructively. Therefore, self-discipline is a training that corrects, molds, and develops our thoughts, action, and behavior. Self-discipline is a training that corrects, molds, develops our thoughts, action, and behavior so that they express our divine nature. Let us be reminded that our spiritual purpose on earth is to develop our inner qualities and express the perfection of our divine nature. The physical world and our relationship with others enable us to develop these qualities. Therefore, regardless of the circumstances or events, we should endeavor to express our divine nature in all our conduct. This might require self-discipline until it becomes our nature. Why is it important to develop the inner qualities? According to our teachings, the inner qualities such as humility, patience, generosity, tolerance are all faculties of the soul. Our weaknesses and flaws stem from not developing our inner qualities. It is the goal of our spiritual evolution to develop these qualities and express the perfection of our divine nature. Therefore, there will be events, circumstances that we will encounter which will trigger us to develop our inner qualities. With self-discipline, we can choose to think and act in accordance with our divine nature so that we may express a higher intelligence in the situation. Remember, virtues are an expression of divine intelligence. Is there any other intelligence that can be greater than the divine? So when we do good to others, we are expressing a higher intelligence. Similarly, when we do bad to others, it is because we have not developed our divine qualities. Self-discipline allows us to choose harmonious thoughts of love, peace, joy, happiness over disharmonious thoughts of conflicts. Through self-discipline, we can choose to act in loving and kind ways even under stressful situations or when things don't go our way. Self-discipline enables us to use our will to change habitual patterns of negative thoughts that do not serve us. Under the law of habits, a single thought can become a habitual way of thinking when thought repetitively. Positive thinking can become a habitual way of thinking through this law. Likewise, negative thoughts can become a habitual way of thinking if we allow such thoughts to persist. Undesirable habits are started and reinforced through a general pattern of wrong thinking. With awareness and self-discipline, we can change habits of negative thinking. The ultimate goal is to transcend beyond the objective plane of thoughts to a higher plane of cosmic consciousness for attunement. The path of initiation is a transformative path into revealing our divine perfection. To reveal this divine perfection is to develop our inner qualities, the faculties of the soul. To develop these faculties is to develop our thoughts, action, and character. How can we improve our thoughts with self-discipline? We can apply self-discipline in the following manner to improve our thoughts. 1. Every time our mind drifts to dwell on a worry, fear, or negative situation, simply bring it back to focus on the present moment. We will find that after doing this practice for some time, our mind will drift less to the situation. 2. Use self-discipline to choose thoughts that are constructive in nature and are in accordance with our divine nature and natural laws. 3. Use self-discipline to change patterns of negative thinking and negative habits. 4. Use self-discipline to develop habits of sending positive thoughts and vibrations to places of conflicts, to our challenges, illnesses, and to all others around the world. 5. Use self-discipline to choose proper diet, exercises, and proper breathing to keep our bodies in optimal health. 6. Use self-discipline to control our thoughts at mealtimes and during work. Eating and walking should be a sacred ceremony mixed with only positive thoughts. Napoleon Hill describes self-discipline as that which creates a favorable environment for the operation of the habit force, by removing all self-imposed limitations, fears, negative emotions, which without discipline controls the mind. He states, self-discipline allows us to take control of our minds and direct it to constructive means. Through self-discipline, we can gain mastery over our negative thoughts and habits. Brothers and sisters, let us take a brief moment to reflect on an area in our lives where we could apply self-discipline. How to use breathing to improve our thoughts. In concluding this presentation, we will review how we can use breathing to clear negative thoughts and improve cognition. With discipline use, we will find it produces many physiological benefits. The benefit of breathing is more than just the supply of oxygen to our bodies. A conscious alteration of our breathing can produce many beneficial physiological outcomes. Studies show that there is an increased cognitive function and emotional well-being associated with controlled breathing. On this screen are publications reporting the beneficial physiological outcomes of controlled breathing. Controlled breathing has been shown to improve stress, anxiety, and depression. Others reported that controlled breathing optimizes ventilation, gas exchange, and arterial oxygenation, maximizing vagal tone, maintains parasympathetic and sympathetic balance, and optimizes the amount of cardiorespiratory reserve that could be called upon in times of pain and mental stress. Several studies show that there is an increased movement of cerebrospinal fluid to the brain during inhalation. Cerebrospinal fluid, CSF, supplies nutrients to the brain. Controlled breathing also increases synchronized neural oscillation, also known as brain waves, and improves memory and recollection. Recent studies link the beneficial effect of controlled breathing to the slow movement of the diaphragm and nasal inhalation rather than exhalation, resulting in synchronized neural activities and oscillations in the brain. Scientists believe this synchronized neural activities and oscillation causes the beneficial physiological outcomes in controlled breathing. Our Rosicrucian teachings have always maintained that breathing has an organizing function, and scientific studies are confirming this. In our teachings, the reason for this organizing function in breathing is due to the cosmic essence present in the air, which through respiration exerts an influence on the physical and psychic bodies. We can use breathing to clear negative thoughts in the following manner. Sit in front of an open window or outside in the open where there is fresh air. Take several deep breaths, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Visualize the negative thoughts exiting the body and being neutralized by the air. Immediately afterwards, focus on positive thoughts and awe-inspiring works. Let us now proceed with this exercise. If it is convenient, sit in front of an open window. Take several deep breaths, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. If you have a worrisome thought, you may visualize it exiting your body and being neutralized by the cosmic. Afterwards, focus on a positive thought or inspiring work. If you do not have a worrisome thought, you may continue deep breathing for its health benefit. And afterwards, drink a glass of water. In conclusion, the path of initiation to know ourselves is a truly transformative process. Within us lie great potentials and mysteries that are yet to be discovered. Science has only unveiled a minute fracture of the vastness of the divine intelligence. The path of initiation awakens us to our own greatness. It is the only path in which we could know thyself. We can learn of our greatness, but transformation comes from experiencing it. The path of initiation is a path of inner transformation. Thank you, fratres and sorors.